Hola, hola, hello, happy Friday. How is everybody doing? Carla here, or Crabsy Carla. Say hello as you can meet my friend. I am just looking to my iPad super quick so I can get your comments, my friend. Tell me where you're watching us from. And if you are new to my Facebook page, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us. Today we're gonna do something super fun. I'm doing essential stencils tonight, so I'm excited. You know I love doing essential stencil projects. So I'm gonna be using a Harvest Birch mini tag. So I'm thinking we're gonna use the sunflower. Okay, we're gonna use this one. And the other stencil that I'm going to use is Golden Harvest Seal. So this is the other stencil that we are using for tonight's project, and we're gonna do the sunflower. Do you see the sunflower? So here. So we're gonna do that. So we're doing two projects today, and I want to give the coastal look. So I'm going to do with the, beachy decor. I'm gonna be using different colors, blues and whites. So, and we're gonna do one of the projects, we're gonna do a very vintage. So I'm excited for that. Tell me in comments, how is your day, my friend? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm excited for today's project. So we are using a cutting board. Okay, this is a MDF cutting board. I am forgetting my words tonight. And I already paint my cutting board with white. I use chalk paint. So we're gonna use that for our background. And here's a mini tag, okay? So I'm going to give a texture look for these two projects, okay? So one will have a single, the single sunflower, which is this one. And here we're gonna use the beautiful trio sunflowers, okay? So we're going to give the texture look. One of them will have the vintage coastal look. So let me see, I don't see comments, but once I start seeing comments, my friend, I will say hello back to you. Hopefully Facebook works for me tonight. Hi Yuri, I see your comment, my friend. How are you? Happy Friday, my friend. How are you doing, my dear? Alrighty, so we are going to start first with a big project, okay? Let me move just my phone a little bit there. So tell me in comments if you see my cutting board. If you see the project. Okay, so let me show you. We are just going to use the sunflowers. I don't think I will use the words, but if I do, I will get those. But look at this beautiful, it comes with 4 sunflowers. So we are going to give the raised stencil the texture look. And again, I'm going to use some light blues and whites and some browns because I'm going for the coastal look. Okay, so let me show you. I want something like that. Do you see that? So I'm sure it's going to look super, super nice. And you know, I love sunflowers, so this is a good reason for me to use this stencil. So I'm super excited. Hi Donna, hello my friend, how are you? Happy Friday, my dear. Hi Debbie, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for saying hello. Thank you, thank you. Hi Kathy, how are you, my friend? How are you doing? Feeling much better? Thank you, my girls. Thank you so much for saying hello. Alrighty, So my background is already painted. I use white, and I use Dixie Belle. I use the color cotton. Okay, this is the color that I use. It's a beautiful white. So I think the white with the blues that I'm using for my sunflowers and all the details, they're going to match. Okay, so let me get my texture paste. I'm going to use my texture paste because I want to give a 3D look. So I'm using this. The color that I'm gonna be using for my sunflowers is Dusty Blue. I hope I said that correctly. I'm using this. And also I'm using the Weeping Willow. And this is another Dixie Belle, and it's the green color. Okay? So I'm just gonna use those. Also, I'm gonna use Mushroom from Folk Art, and I'm using Rose Sienna. Okay, so those also will be part of my sunflowers. Happy Friday, Kathy. Thank you so much, Kathy, for being here. I know it's bedtime for you, my friend. Appreciate it. I love seeing everybody in comments. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much. Tell me, how is your Friday? How is your day so far? Hi, my sweet Cheryl. Hello, my girl. How are you? Cheryl, I was thinking of you today because I have to go to my booth. I don't think tomorrow, but maybe on Monday, and I have no idea how long it's gonna take me to finish with the whole entire thing. So I was thinking of you because I remember we talk about, you know, because you organize your booth, and I was like, oh, now it's my turn. How are you doing, Miss Cheryl? Thank you so much, my friend, for saying hello, for keeping me company. Today we are doing Essential Stencils projects. We're using the new stencils from the fall collection. So we're gonna use the sunflowers, okay? My background is all white, and that's how I want it. Hi, Tracy. Hello, my friend. Donna, you love these colors. I love the two, Donna. I think for a coastal decor, for a coastal look, I think those colors go so well for that. All right, so I have my stencil where I want it. So now let's get the texture paste. Let me get my plate. And you can also use baking soda if you want a texture paste, but I like using this. This is so convenient. So I'm gonna use the small one. So I don't have to use baking soda, but I used to use baking soda before for my texture paste. So it's super flexible, easy to use. Joint compound as well, you can use that. I used to use that as well, but I fall in love with this. I fall in love with this texture paste. I'm like, okay, where we use that? Have you do a texture projects, my friend? Tell me in comments. Is that something that you do very often? Hi, Susan. Hello, my sweet Susan. How are you, my friend? Crazy day stenciling and trying to use transfer from last year. Oh, good. You finished 2 Halloween pieces. So happy for you, girl. I know we have to use our transfers and stencils. I know. Me too, me too. Every time when I'm creating something, I always go to my previous stencils and see to match it up, or, you know, to bring all those together. But yes, crafting is so much fun. Like, you know, you're creating your own signs, and you have lots of ideas, and you never stop. All right, so we have the texture paste. Let's get this beautiful shade of blue. I don't think we're gonna use too much, but I just wanna get enough for the project. And also the green. Cheryl, you love doing raised stencils. Isn't it fun, girl? I love it. Before it used to be very intimidating, like, you know, what about if some of that the paste go under your stencil? But you know what, we can fix it. You can just wipe it off and or use a small brush and just clean those edges. I mean, you know, we're not going for perfection. But yes, I like giving that look because especially it looks kind of like a 3D. So yeah, I like that. All right, we're gonna get some green. And a little bit of the blue. No, brown. Sorry, blue. I'm thinking of my blue. I'm looking at my blue. Sorry. It's been a day, my friend. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you know me already. Think some white. I want some white. Why not? Let's get some white. So we have all the colors. Okay, for the first project. Donna, you used John compound before. I especially love adding the salt wash to your paint for texture. Oh girl, yeah. I don't use salt wash as much. You know, because the project turns out beautiful when you're using salt wash. But I'm always forgetting. I have one. I only use 2 times, but I forget with all this stuff. But yes, I'm sure your projects turn out beautiful using the salt wash, my friend. Yes. Joint compound too. It gives a good texture. But yeah, salt wash. Yeah, you create beautiful things. All right, so this is the texture paste. And all these are the colors, okay? So I am not going to combine. I'm just going to divide some of the paste with the colors that we are going to start applying for the cutting board, okay? So I'm going to start with the blue. So a little bit of that paste with the blue, okay? So if you're a beginner, if you are just starting or curious how you do this, and then I'm gonna bring a little bit of the white. So in some areas we will have some white and blue, in some other areas we will have more blue, okay? So it's a big stencil, okay? We are doing 4 sunflowers. So the sunflowers will have the blue color, but that sunflower leaf and everything else, it will have the green color, okay? All right. So I think I'm good. Maybe I can get a little bit more of the blue and more texture right here. So you don't want it too thin. You want it thicker. The texture, you want a thicker texture, but not too runny, okay? So you will know, the more that you practice, the better that you get when you're doing this. All right, here we go. So I'm using my palette tool, okay? Not too much. This is not a lot. Be gentle when you're doing these steps. And then I will start with this one, okay? I am not going to bring my stencil. I'm not gonna lift it up. I'm just gonna keep it down and just wait until I finish with everything else. Okay, that's how I do it. Because if you, example, if you're working in small areas and then you wanna take a look how it's going, like your project is, you know, what's the result, then you are going to get a big mess. So just keep it down, flat and down. All right, so here we go. Of course, for the center, we will come back and bring a brown look, okay? So we are just having fun with the texture based in the chalk paint. So here we go, I'm just starting. First will be my blue, and then I'll bring my white and blue. So this is my favorite part, because every time I'm doing this, I'm thinking I'm decorating a cake. Because it looks like a yum. I don't know how often you make cakes, but when I make cakes with my daughters, it's kind of like we have to, when we put the icing, all the stuff. All right, so now we go with the sunflower number 2. And then we get more texture. One thing that I can share with my friend, and maybe you know, when you're doing this kind of technique, you have to wash your stencil right away. And I forgot to bring a small container, but what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna spray my stencil when it's all done. And then when I'm finishing here with the live, I will go to my sink and just wash that. If you let it dry, it will be a little bit impossible just to remove your paste. Okay. So here it is. I'm just working in small areas. So I'm starting first with the darker blue. Now we go with the other sunflower. Let me get you coming. Kathy, you enjoy doing textured look as well. It is fun. It is fun. This is a super fun technique to do, especially if you like the 3D look. This is super fun. Cutie, I got some that is spaghetti for texture. Have you used that? The spaghetti I did, and it works great as you're working with joint compound. Yes, Judy. Yes, my dear. And I didn't have no problem at all. Just make sure, again, your texture has to be not too runny. Give a texture that you see you're able to handle it and move it around. Yeah. So when you're doing this kind of technique, you want to mix it up with your paint, but you don't want it to run. Give it a thicker texture. And use something flat. I like using my palette tools because they're very so convenient. The back is flat, so you have more ways to move your hands without problem. I try also using it with a credit card. If you have an old credit card, you can also use that as well. Okay. So let me just move it like this. So we're gonna make more of the texture of the blue. And we're gonna get some more from here. And I need a little bit more right here. So the whole entire project, it will have a raised stencil. Okay, I need some more. And you can do this kind of raised stencils for any project. You can use, of course, wood. You can use for frames. You can use for other projects. It's super fun. Okay, so I finished with the sunflowers already. So what I'm gonna do, because I still have some texture paste, I'm gonna get that in the white and a little bit of the blue, and I'm gonna create a lighter look. You see the white and the blue is changing the color more lighter. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this color, texture, this look, just to different areas. Okay, that way some of the petals of my sunflower have a different look. So a little bit more of the white. I want some more white in some areas. Okay. Gonna get some more of the blue and white as well. And for the center, I'm going to use this texture paste and a little bit of, let me see, I'm gonna use this brown. Okay, so some of them just in the center. And here as well. Here too. And I see it here. Okay, I will show you so you can take a look, and then we are going to do the, you see, this is my sunflowers, okay? So now we're gonna do the stems and some of the leaf. Hi Mimi, hello my friend, happy Friday. How are you my dear? Hello Miss Debbie, how are you my friend? Thank you for saying hello. Kathy, you're getting rain. You need it. It's going to rain. It was raining. It was raining today here in my area, and it was super bad. Yeah, we are expecting more rain tonight and tomorrow. So yeah, but the weather is been so much. But I'm glad you're getting some rain, my friend. I love the rain sound. Tell me in comments, or raise your hands if you like the rain sound. I love the rain sound. Okay. For the stems and the leaf, we're gonna do green. So we have more texture base and we have some more green, and we're gonna do the same, okay? So here we go. Texture paste. I'm using chalk paint. But if you use acrylic, you will use more texture paste and just a tiny little bit of acrylic. Acrylic, it doesn't have too much texture, but with chalk paint, yes, you do. So that's why they using this for your raised stencils. If you use chalk paint, it works much nicer than using acrylics. But you can also use acrylics for your joint compound, baking soda. There's a lot of other projects for raised stencils projects, other products. Okay, so we are just now finishing with this part. And you know me, my friend, I don't go for a perfect home decor. If I see a little, you know, boo-boos, it's all right. That is the signature. That is Crepsy Carla's signature. Okay, we're gonna get some more. We are going to rain. You're going to get rain on Sunday. Susan, my friend. Be safe, my girl. The rain is fun, but also is dangerous, right? Because flooding and all this stuff, and sometimes we're not ready for the bad weather. I need to cut my grass again. With all the water, even though I like that my backyard gets extra, you know, water, but my grass grows fast. So we have to do now the backyard again. Okay, so we are almost done in this part. I am just cleaning up the extra. And then some of this, what color is this? Ah, the mushroom and the brown. I'm not gonna bring a texture paste. I'm just gonna add that on top of my texture paste as a dry brushing, extra details. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing with the brown. I am not blending these two. I just want those two colors to highlight those areas. Okay, so this project, it will have a little bit of abstract look. Coastal, but with a little bit of abstract. Okay, so here's my project. Okay, it looks very messy, but it's going to look beautiful. That's what I think. Okay, my friends, so we're ready. Hello, Miss Peggy. How are you, my friend? Yes, my dear, give it a try. Ask me anything. Send me a message if, if you need some advice. But yes, this is super fun. All right, so what we're gonna do next is, I'm ready. I don't think I need anything else for this part. So we are going to start bringing the stencils back to you, okay? You can either do like from the bottom to the top, but I feel more secure like the farther you started, like from your stencil from the top, and then you can just remove it to you. That's what I do it. All right, here we go. Very slowly, okay? Very, very slowly. So beautiful. Look at this. What do you think? Give me some hearts if you like it. Definitely, I like the browns, all the browns over the green areas. I like the blues as well. Okay, so this I have to clean it up right away, but I didn't bring my small container. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my spray and just add some moist, and then later I will clean it up back and forth. Okay, you can also clean it up using your baby wipes, but it's extra time. Let me use some of this before it dries, but definitely I'm gonna wash this. Yes, I'm gonna go to the sink later and wash it. Okay, so this is what I do. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like that, bring this, and just save it for later. So I'm just gonna put it in. Let me get an extra plate. Ay, ay, what happened? And I'm just gonna put it like that. Okay, so it will stay like that. All right, so now we have a coastal cutting board. Okay, so I am going to let this dry. What I'm going to do just around the edges, I am going to bring this brown, that way it match. And also we're going to bring some nude here on top. Okay, but my idea for this project is to give that coastal look. Okay, my friend, look at that. So there is no way when you finish with this part, like if you see something that you want to fix it and you want to come back and put it over there, you have to wait. There you go. Here's another advice. You can wait for this to dry completely, and when your stencil or your design is all right, your raised stencil is all dry, then bring it back and you can change the colors. That's the other way, but it does have to be dry completely. So usually I like it and it looks super beautiful. And I see some little imperfections, but those little imperfections, they're beautiful for us. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my dear. Love it. Thank you. I'm so happy you girls like it. Thank you, my friend. My dear Mimi, my advice, my friend, is just continue practicing. Practice is the key, my friend. And let me tell you, I've been doing this kind of projects for many years, but sometimes I get a little boo-boos, you know, because not every stencil is the same. But I think the key is make sure your stencil is all flat. So use tape, and when you're doing this, also hold your stencil, okay? So that is for me, that's what I work. I don't know if you saw me, I was holding my stencil with my other hand, because I know sometimes when we are applying the texture base, you're lifting your stencil a little bit. So just hold it and work in small areas. Just don't work in one area, no, just work, focus in small areas, okay? That is my advice, my friend. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. So now we're gonna do the small wood tack. So for this one, let's see, I see some white, but it's okay. We're gonna do the Harvest Perch Mini, okay? And for this one, I'm going to give a vintage look. We're gonna use the mini sunflower. And for this one, you are going to see me how I add my dark brown wax, okay? But we have to make sure we dry this part completely. All right, so we're gonna do also with a coastal look. Okay, we're gonna do a coastal. Okay, and we're gonna just secure this. You know what I can do? Okay, before I do this, let me get a little bit of this color mushroom and just add that as a dry brushing. I want that. I want the look. Okay, so a little bit of this, offload it. I always offload my brushes when I'm doing this technique. And here we go. Just dry brushing, okay? Always offload your brush when you're doing this kind of distressing look, cheapy look. Some areas I want more texture, so I will come back. There you go. Okay, so now we have a different color for the background. So now I'm gonna bring my raised stencil over this. Hello Wanda, hello my friend, how are you? Yes, try to get the right consistency, my friend. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, my dears. My friends, if I can ask you a small favor, please sprinkle the love for my page. Sprinkle to your favorite group or maybe to your page. Sprinkle the love for us, my friend. Today I really want to inspire you. Not everybody knows how to do this. I am not a instructor, you know, I'm not a teacher. It's just I'm here to inspire you, my friend. So this is how we learn. We have to see it and then we have to try. That's how we learn. I learned a lot, been learning a lot from a lot of good creators, my friend. All right, so now, see I have my stencil here. Okay, so we're going to do another raised stencil. And for this one, you're gonna see me how I do my dark wax. So I am securing here because I don't want my stencil to lift this back. What you can also do, another tip, is you can use painter's tape. I love using painter's tape. And you can just make it like this, touching each other. And then bring this back up here. Put it underneath your stencil. You see this? So now it's secure. Also, this will keep your stencil sitting in one place, okay? So we're gonna do the other part. So now I have more secure for my stencil not to move, and my raised stencil project will turn out differently. Beautiful. All right, my friend. So let's continue using this. Let's get more texture paste. And the colors, I'm gonna change a different color. I'm going to do for this my favorite color, sea glass. I like sea glass. Oy. I forgot to open this. I'm gonna use sea glass, and for the bottom part of my sunflower, I will use some of that green. I still have some of that. Look at that, how beautiful is this color? Perfect for summertime, coastal decor, love it. Okay, let's get some of the sea glass right here. We don't need too much. Let's say a small project, so your palette doesn't have to be so big. And more texture, paste. Okay, so here we go. Sea glass is here, and now with the texture paste. So we're going to bring those two together. I am not adding white, I'm just want the color. Okay, look at that. And here we go. Okay. Let's see. The center, let's do the center white. So I'm gonna clean up. Let me get some more white. White, yes, let's do white. And my texture base here. Okay. So first will be white, because I want the center to have the white color. So I'm starting, you see me, I'm still holding it with this hand, pressing down. Okay. Okay, so now I am going to get my sea glass color. Now I'm going around my sunflower. Okay. If you are interested, my friend, these stencils, they are available on the website of Essential Stencil. You don't have this set yet, and if you like some flowers, my friend, you can use my ambassador code and you can save 10% off. Okay, my ambassador code is, here you go, I think so, you can read it like this, happy 10 off. Okay, the link is in my description. These two stencils, they are available, and at the checkout you put happy 10 off and you will get extra 10% off on your order. Okay, all right, we finished with that part. A little bit more of the white in the center. Okay, so now comes my green. Okay, let's get some of the green. Texture base, a little bit more. Some more right here. And some more brown. Just to give it some highlight. mushroom color as well. Okay, I think I'm ready for this. Okay. And now, this is my mini stencil. So now let's bring this up here. We're gonna do the other one as well. You only pick up a few new fall stencils. The fall stencils, they're beautiful, right, my friend? I like the set. Thank you, Kathy. I'm doing good. One day I'm doing good, my friend. I'm so happy that you're doing so good, my dear. Thank you so much for keeping us company tonight. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. What do you think? And you see I have the white in the center and the sea glass around my sunflower, some green and brown for the leaves and the stem. Okay, so now what we're gonna do with this set is we're going to dry, and then I can bring my dark wax so you can see how I add the edge look for this kind of projects. All right, so let me get this also. I finished with this, so I'm gonna spray some water so I can wash this later. Okay, so this will need for me to watch later. Thank you, my girls. Thank you so much. Tell me in comments, do you do coastals a lot? What is your favorite home decor colors? Are you going more for farmhouse, more vintage, neutral colors, coastals? Everybody has a different taste for a home decor. I like coastal a lot, but my home decor is not so much for coastal. It's more farmhouse or a little bit of vintage. So yeah, but I wish my home is all coastal decor because I like the coastal look. All right, so let's try this super quick. Okay, let's go ahead and use the other one. The other one is more powerful. I don't use it as much because it's so strong, but yeah, this one dries super fast. Thank you, girl. Thank you, my friend. Now let's dry this super quick. I always, when you do this, I always just move back and forth, because you don't want to burn your wood. You don't want to burn your wood, and be careful, that heat gun is super, super powerful. Okay. Let's see, it needs a little bit more drying. It's good to let you erase stencils when I do this to cure maybe 2-3 hours, and then come back and you can give different details. But we're gonna try with this one. I just wanna make sure that texture, everything is at least, you know, good for me to add the dark wax. I think adding the dark wax, especially around the edges and all the areas, you know, from the sunflower, is going to look beautiful. Sure, you have some ghost on your home. Love it, my girl. Yeah, Gusto is beautiful. What color do you use more for your Gusto, Cheryl? You use more blue, more dark blue. There's different colors for your Gusto decor. I like, my favorite color is the sea glass. This is my favorite color, this one. And with a little bit of, what's the other color that I use a lot? The coral. That with the coral looks beautiful. Okay. Yep. All right, we're gonna just let this cool down. So now let's do the other project. We're gonna just let that sit for a few more minutes. So now, this is the first project. So what we're gonna do is, let me get my hot glue ready. Okay, so I have my hot glue ready. All right, so let's use, okay, you're gonna help me. Should I use, I'm going to give the distressing edge look around the edges. So what do you think? Mushroom, A, or B, the brown? The brown color is rose sienna. So what do you think? A or B? A or B? I like when you girls help me. I love all your help. A or B? What do you think? So beautiful. Love it. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for your answers, for your comments. I'm just going to get some of that ute. I don't think I'm gonna use a lot. I'll wait for my hot glue. My hot glue is almost. Cheryl, I use a lot of aqua. Ah, girl, that's a beautiful one. Love it. So Cheryl said A. A or B, my friend? A or B? So what I'm gonna do here is in this part, I'm just gonna bring some ute around just here, and then later I'm going to bring those what is this? I forgot the name of this. Help me out. Help me out. I forgot. All right, I'm gonna use this just for here as a decoration. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure yet. So I will wait later. Okay? Let me see, let me see. I see A, B, A, B. We're tied. We have two A's, two B's. So we have A, B, $10. Yes, thank you, Cheryl. It's Friday. So yes, the $10. I'm thinking, I'm not sure yet. Am I going to use this ones right there just as embellishments? But we'll see. But thank you, girl. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So let's see. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so we have a tie. We have two A's, two B. whoever answers next, listen to you. So do you like A or B? A or B? What do you think? Your vision. I mean, both of them. They both match. Okay, so we are going to do, because I don't see no more comments. But thank you, my friends. Thank you for helping me out. I think we are going to do 8. We're gonna do 8, okay? Let's do 8. All right, we're gonna use the same brush. You have 3 8. Okay, so you see, Cheryl, you see 2. Okay. Thank you, girl. You see, Cheryl, Facebook is not showing me all your comments. But thank you for telling me. I don't like that. Debbie A, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. So which one was A? This is A, right? A and B, A and B. So this is A. Okay, A is the other one. Okay. All right. So it's the mushroom color. Okay, we're going to do the mushroom color. Okay. So I'm just gonna hold it, and then offload it, of course, and just bring this around my cutting board. And I'm creating more textured look, more distressing look around the edges. Okay. Now we're going to do it right here on top of the cutting board. You can always come back and give more texture. More of this. Okay, so look at that. It's not showing a lot, but definitely is showing the distressing look. What do you think? Do you like it? You can definitely come back and get more of this. You can also use your palette tool, but I like using these brushes. Okay, there you go. There you go. Let's go ahead and give it a dry. And then we're gonna bring the youth. The youth will be on top. I am so thirsty, my friend. Sorry. We can also try the B. Yes, we can bring that. It looks like a natural distressing look. So look at that. You see that? It's like an eye. After I finish here, I grab my sender, I run the edges, and now this is what I get. So yeah, I like it. Sometimes I like bigger distressing looks. Sometimes I just have a minimum look, but yes, so it looks very natural, very, very natural. Okay. Alrighty. So let's do now the twine, and we are almost done. So this cutting board is a MDF. So we are just going to start. All right. So I'm gonna use hot glue. More hot glue right here, and I need to cut this. Yep. So now with the youth, we are giving this more vintage. It will change the look, and I'm not sure I'm going to use my $10, but maybe with some greenery. Maybe I can see the vision for that. Okay, so we are just going to put it, we're going to glue it just right here. Yeah. And then oops. That's good. So look how it looks now. Look at that. Do you like it? What do you think? I like it. You can even do a small, I can even do a small bowl. Let me see, using a huge. But I think I will use the $1. I will do the embellishments later. I'm just giving you an idea. Maybe we can do it right here. I like bringing my small embellishments or bows just around in the side, and then maybe we can use this. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Bring the $1 or this close to it. I'm not sure yet. Okay, something like that. But so far we have this, my friend. I like putting youth on the handles like that. Right, Kathy? I like it too. Look at that. It looks super nice. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm gonna add a sew tool so you can even hang it on the wall, or just you can use it like this, hang it. I like it. What do you think? Do you like it? All right, so we're done with that. So we are almost done with this part. So for this one, you like that on the handle too? Yay, love it, my girl. Thank you. Hola, mamita bella, ¿cómo estás? Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so we are almost done, my friend. So this is already dry, okay? This is ready for me to bring some dark wax. So first thing that we are going to do is clear wax first, okay? I want some clear wax and then dark wax. But because this is texture paste, okay, you have to distress it just a little, okay? Why? Because when you're doing your wax, you will see some small paste coming out. So what I'm gonna do with my sander, I'm just going to sand very lightly. So also you can have that smooth edges. It didn't change nothing, okay? Just give a soft touch, like it's not rough like it was before. All right, let's go and get even, let me see, where is my wax? Okay, we're gonna use brown and we're gonna use clear, okay? Clear first. So clear first and then the wax. And that's it. So I have my special brushes for when I'm doing this kind of things. So this is for my clear. Clear, upload it. Okay. A little bit more. Okay, I see it from here. It's very shiny. I don't know if you can see it from there. Puff it up. And then my dark wax. Gracias, mamita, por estar acá conmigo. Te quiero, belleza. My mom is here, my friend. She's watching me tonight. All right, so let's use. So this is for my dark brown wax. And then, look at that. So this is brown. Yes, it's brown. Here we go. Float it. It's going to change the look, but this is what I want. I want to give the aged look, coastal look. Okay, so now it's all dark. So with my other towel, so now we are just cleaning up and removing the extra wax. So my texture base is super strong. If you haven't tried doing this, my friend, do it. You're gonna have fun. Tag me if you do some projects, similar projects like this. I would love to see your projects. And let me show you. Look at that, my friend. Look at that, so beautiful. If you want more dark wax, just right here inside of your race stencil, just bring more of your wax. Tap, 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 tap. And then just remove extra, and that's it. And now has more of the dark look. What do you think? Let me read what Kathy says. I love listening to you speaking in Spanish. Oh, Kathy, you're so sweet, my friend. Thank you, my dear. Gracias. Bendiciones para ti también, mamita. Okay? So this is the second project. And before we finish, because we are done, I'm just gonna give also that distressing look. But now I see a little bit of that of the sea glass that is around here, so we're gonna use that. Let's go ahead and use that just to finish here, okay? And that's it, my friend. So today we did 2 projects using a texture paste and also using with our stencils. Let's bring our chalk paint. I'm just using chalk paint, that's it. And I'm going to bring that just around the edges. Oh, it looks so beautiful, love it. And then somewhere in the bottom, and that's it. Right now, I'm sure it's not going to show a lot. I see it from here, but I don't know about your side. But look at this. Do you see the sea glass around the edges? You see that? How beautiful is this? Hi, Marilyn. Hello, my friend. How are you? Okay, my dears, so tonight we had so much fun creating these 2 projects. We used 2 beautiful stencils from Essential Stencil, and we used texture paste. So I went with the coastal look, and here's the first project. So this is a beautiful 4 set of stencils for sunflowers. Okay, so the background is white, and some blue and greens and browns is for my project. And then for this tag, it's a mini tag. We used the same technique, but I went with the H look, with the beachy H decor. Okay, my friends, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you, appreciate you keeping me company. Thank you, appreciate it. Tell me in comments, what do you think? Hashtag replay if you're watching this video later. Hope I inspired you today, my friend. The link for these 2 stencils is in my description. If you're interested, you can use my ambassador code. But use what you have, my friend. I love you all so much. Happy Friday. Enjoying your beautiful weekend. Kathy, feel better, my friend. I love you. And I can't wait to come back with another project. So here's my cutting board, and here's my mini tag. Thank you, Miss Donna. Thank you, my friend. Hashtag replay, my friends. I will see you all soon. Good night, Mimi. Good night, my dears. If I haven't said hello to you, because sometimes comments go so fast, I am coming back and replying to all of you. Good night, Miss Cheryl. Good night, my friends. Bye-bye. I will see you all soon.